No one should be able to take for granted that they can just declare themselves a candidate.
In a wide-ranging 60 Minutes interview that aired on Monday, Vice President Kamala Harris was asked tough questions about how she would finance her economic proposals, whether Democrats were moving too slowly to adopt border security measures, how she would approach Russia over its war in Ukraine, and more.
We now have historic low unemployment in America among all groups of people. We now have an economy that is thriving by all macroeconomic measures.
The Democratic presidential contender's interview with CBS takes place in the midst of a media frenzy. More amiable reporters are also interviewing Harris for more focused audiences. Live on Sunday was her interview with Alex Cooper, the host of the well-liked podcast Call Her Daddy. She will visit ABC's The View, converse with Howard Stern, and appear on CBS's The Late Show with Stephen Colbert on Tuesday. She will then participate in a Univision town hall on Thursday. Since Harris and former President Donald Trump have no further debates planned, these interviews may offer the greatest chances for unexpected and noteworthy events in the remaining 4 weeks before Election Day. When questioned about President Joe Biden's administration's immigration policy, Harris insisted that migration is a long-standing problem and declined to say whether authorities should have taken more action sooner.
It's a long-standing problem, and solutions are at hand. And from day one, literally, we have been offering solutions.
The Western Hemisphere was severely affected by the coronavirus pandemic, and the Biden administration had to deal with unprecedented migration from the start. U.S. officials have struggled with migrant surges at the southern border for the past 3 years. Harris declared that she would not hold bilateral talks with Russian leader Vladimir Putin to discuss a way to put an end to the conflict in Ukraine. She declared that Kyiv must have a say in Ukraine's future.
There will be no success in ending that war without Ukraine and the UN Charter participating in what that success looks like.
By stating that she would deal with if and when it arrives at that point, the vice president sidestepped the question of whether or not she would support the effort to extend NATO to include Ukraine. Cheney stated to CBS she hopes that 4 years ago, if you had told her that their constitution was going to be threatened and that the parties needed to unite in support of Vice President Harris because she would protect the rule of law, she would have said that's exactly what she will do.